morning, Vice Principal. Good morning, management. Good morning, teachers. Good morning, my fellow students. My name is Nabila Winifred Lawal, and I am from grade 11th high school. And here with me is Queen Stanton. Okay, so may we all rise for the national prayer. O God of creation, direct our movements, guide our leaders right. The national anthem at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend my unity, and uphold my honor and glory, so help me God. Amen. The school song. Good morning once again, Vice Principal, management, and teachers, and my fellow students. Today's assembly will be centered on the topic of responsibility. I know you all are wondering, what is responsibility? Responsibility is a state of being answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today, by Abraham Lincoln. This quote emphasizes the importance of taking responsibilities and avoiding them. After the assembly, a question and answer session will be headed by Ms. Izimi. Please do well to pay attention and answer the questions correctly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What is wrong with this guy? What is that? Well done, my daughters. How are you today? This evening, it was not easy at the village council. Please sit down, my daughters. Obidia.
Nine.
Where are your mothers? Where are your mothers? Kugum. Hey. Mwani Mobidia.
Nine.
Thank you very much. What a relief. The SMO was in council today. That is what took me so long. Why must the gods intervene in the activities of man? Do they think that we are so irresponsible? I will tell you something. In those days, when the global world, the global community was still in the state of equanimity, the warriors were in their camps. The teachers were seen under the trees with the little ones surrounding them, listening to good counsel. Farmers were in their farms. Things were really good. You could breathe fresh air. But something happened someday. Oh, DK. DK was a handsome young man. Very handsome. DK, like the name sounds, represents a strong man. A man whose presence cannot be noticed. But I always believed that a name has something to do with the personality. But in DK's case, it was different. DK was the son of the king of the Nkonko kingdom. DK was very lazy. DK had 3 sisters who did everything for him, who did everything in the house. Anywhere you see trouble, you see DK. Anything you can call useless, DK was around that place. But DK had a friend. Ona was a very nice and adorable young man. Very hardworking. Ona went to the farm with his father. Ona helped his mother when it was time to go to the stream. But the same cannot be said about DK, who was the heir to the throne of the Nkonko kingdom. Ona was a very good friend to DK. He did everything he could to make DK a different person, to make him see things from another perspective. DK will always get into a fight whenever he goes out to play with his friends. But years passed. Several market days had passed. The king was growing old. The villagers were worried. Everybody called DK whenever he passed. Useless and good for nothing. Is this who we are going to be calling the king in few months to come? Some, especially the women, would shake their heads. God forbid that I have such a son. Oh, how I remember vividly how things went in those days. Something they say must kill a man. And that which does not kill you can only make you stronger. Moremi, oh. Ugo, look at her. Please show them who you are. Very beautiful. The queen after my heart. Look at her. So beautiful. Akugo. Enenebe Jolu. The beauty of our culture. Can I get some water, please?
Okay, my husband.
Just like Moremi, there was this beautiful girl. Her name was Akugo. Akugo was very beautiful. Akugo would turn every neck of every young man in that village. You will come home in the evening and you will find young men doing like this. They must have visited the stream. Because Akugo was a commoner. A commoner she is, but a precious kind of a commoner. She was hardworking. She was very responsible. She was found at the right places at the right time. Everybody in the village, including the animals, admired her. On this precious day, DK's mother has gone with some maidens to go and fetch some water from the stream. Akugo happened to be at the stream the same day. So when Akugo was done fetching her water, she carried her pot on her head and was heading home. On her way home, guess who met with Akugo?
Was it DK? Was it DK? Was it DK?
It was DK.
Of course, it was DK. Those good old days. DK, you know what it means to remove a hair from your head and put it in your mouth. If you try that in the part of the world where I come from, it means between two things, one must happen. DK told himself, if I cannot have her, then no one else should have her. So DK went, looked at himself. DK was a handsome man, just like DK went. Akugo and Akugo. DK, what are you up to? And DK went closer. Akugo, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. Akugo, I'm all ears. Can you go ahead? Akugo, you're very beautiful. I think I like you a lot, and I would like to have you as my wife. I'm sure you will know what the response will be. Akugo looked at him from head to the sole of his feet and answered him. Tell me, Dickie, what would you use to take care of me? I saw your mother down the stream with the maidens, with no proper help. The queen should not be going to the stream without men around him to protect her. And then She continued, Dickie, you are such a useless and irresponsible man. There is nothing you have to offer this community. Maybe when you become responsible, then you can come back and then we can reason together. All Dickie's life, these words, useless, irresponsible, has been what people call him at will. Oh, Otum.
My husband, this is the water.
He who finds a wife finds a good thing. I'm sure that's what Dickie was looking for. But let's see how it goes. Maybe. So, Dickie, for the first time in his life, thought about these two words, useless, irresponsible. Dickie could not sleep. In my place, they call it Jean or Banno. Sleep with the four sides of your body. You know that kind of sleep. You face up. It's not working. It's not working. You do the four sides of your body and nothing, sleep would not come. Dickie woke up that night and started thinking what he could do to become a responsible young man, fit for the throne of the Nkunku kingdom. Not long, a thought came to his head, and Dickie said to himself, I will arise. Hey, I remember. Ezemo. Gaga Nogu. What Ezemo did not do in his time was to raise the dead. Ezemo could call rain from the sky, even in the driest season. Dickie remembered Ezemo and said, I shall go to Ezemo and tell him to make me responsible. And by tomorrow morning, I would have been very responsible. And guess what? Akugo will be all mine. Akugo will be by my side as the queen, as we pilot the affairs of the Nkunku kingdom. The first light the next morning, Dickie went to the Ezemo. And the Ezemo beckoned on Dickie to sit down and tell him why he was there. Dickie went and told the Ezemo, I want you to make me very, very responsible as fast as possible. In fact, tomorrow morning, I want to be the most responsible young man in this community. And the Ezemo said to him, you have your hands, you have your legs. You are strong. You are a very handsome young man. Why don't you make yourself responsible? Dickie said, it will be too late. That will be too long. How old am I? It will take so long for me to do all that. I need it like now. Ezemo smiled and went back into his shrine and mixed some concoctions and brought it out in a pot, a brown pot with a black cover, and gave this pot to Dickie and gave him these instructions and told him, do not open this pot until you get home. And when you get home, do not open the pot. Open this pot in the night by 12 midnight and make sure nobody hears about this. Dickie thanked the Ezemo and headed out. On his way, Dickie went halfway and looked at the pot. Why would I wait until midnight? Why don't I open it already? What will be, will be. And another thought came to his head and said, you better wait until the time the Ezemo has instructed. But no, Dickie battled in his head with these two thoughts. And in the end, he decided to continue walking. Dickie got to the middle of the forest and thought to himself, I can't wait. It is too late. It's already midday. What's the difference between midday and midnight? Dickie dropped the pot on the floor and he opened the pot. And what has never happened in human history happened that very day. Dickie began to transform. Dickie transformed into a big palm tree. He became a palm tree. And immediately this happened, the Ezemo felt it. With his spiritual eyes, he saw what has happened. But he said to himself, it's not bad after all. He was useless as a human being. Now, the palm tree is a very special tree in the life of man. The palm tree will bear forth fruits that will help the villagers. The palm fronds will be used for the roofs and fencing of our community, and many more. And then, that was how Dickie ended his journey of getting married to Akugu. And maybe the story would continue someday. Dickie did not die a palm tree. We will hear the end of the story someday. But so far, what theme or what name would you give this story? If you were the writer of the story, what name would you give the story? Please put your hand up if you have something to say.
Love kills the man. Love kills the man.
Dickie the palm tree.
The mission for responsibility. The mission for responsibility.
I like that one, the mission for responsibility. If you were Dickie, what would you have done differently to win Akugu's love?
I just wouldn't have opened. I just wouldn't have opened the pot. That's all.
Okay, she says she wouldn't have opened the pot until she got home.
I wouldn't have gone to a demon to make me responsible.
Then what would you have done if you would not go to the Ezemo?
If say somebody I liked called me useless, I would have taken that to heart and done something to change it. Because clearly, if she said it, somebody else is going to say it too. Because clearly, he doesn't use his sense and yeah.
Thank you very much. At this point, I'll say thank you for listening to our story, and I hope you have learned one or two things from the story. Ndewo.